I am 22. It all started when I was first met Ryan 3 years ago. It feels like a lifetime, thinking back to when we first met. Maybe because I was 19, I was young, naive, and truly thought I had met my soulmate. Our friends introduced us at a college party, an event I almost didn't attend. His smile was the first thing I noticed, wide and inviting, lighting up his face. I was sold. Our relationship progressed quickly, fueled by that intense passion that often comes with young love. Why not, I say? We were in our early adulthood. We spent a lot of time together, two souls that finally found each other in the middle of life's chaos. He was my first serious boyfriend, my first love, and in my eyes, he could do no wrong. I had a relationship before, but it didn't last. It wasn't the same. With Ryan, we shared dreams, encouraged each other, whispered secrets, and made promises we thought were unbreakable. But as the months turned into years, these romantic moments through which I viewed our relationship began to fade. First, it was the small arguments, and the dreams we once shared seemed to drift further apart. He changed and I changed. He was consumed with his sports. Ryan, once so focused and caring, became distant, his once kind words replaced with criticism. It was a gradual shift, one I tried to ignore, convincing myself that every relationship had its rough patches. I threw myself into my studies, I graduated, and registered for my PhD program as a distraction from the growing void in my relationship. That's where I met Omar, a fellow student in my program. He was different than Ryan, insightful, compassionate, and incredibly supportive. Our friendship developed naturally, as he and I sat in the library, going through our studies, and he became my go-to-study partner, someone who helped, but he also saw the pain behind my forced smiles. As Omar helped me process my feelings, I began to see my relationship with Ryan for what it had become, a source of constant stress and unhappiness. I was no longer that girl who fell in love. I had grown, evolved, and the love that once felt so right now felt like a pair of shoes I had outgrown. Don't get me wrong, not comparing Ryan to my shoes, but you know what I mean. Maybe it was my studies, my career, the fact that Ryan was still tied to his past, with no ambition, and that our personality gap was increasing day by day. Looking back, I realized that those early days with him were a chapter of my life I had to experience. They taught me about love, about heartache, and about the importance of growing both independently and together in a relationship. It was a bittersweet realization, acknowledging that while Ryan was my first love, he was not the one I was meant to grow old with. I was still young, 19. I truly thought I had met my soulmate Ryan, but things change. We change. Maybe I had to close that chapter of my life, this chapter with Ryan that was filled with young love and naivety. It was time to turn the page, and as I did, I found myself stepping into a world that was both familiar and entirely new, or I may say amazingly unpredictable. Omar was at the center of this new chapter. Don't get me wrong, he was not the reason I left Ryan. However, it was the cure, the truth, the eye-opening, and the intellect. The difference between both strengthened my decision to leave Ryan. Our friendship, which grew throughout our academic discussions, shared interests, and common friends began to take on a new perspective. It was as if I had been viewing the world in monochrome, and suddenly everything was in color. Our conversations deepened, moving beyond the realms of our PhD studies into the more intimate territories of hopes, dreams, and fears. With Omar, I felt a sense of understanding and acceptance that I had long craved. He had a way of making me feel seen, truly seen, in a way that was both comforting and exhilarating. I found myself eagerly anticipating our meetings, whether it was for a quick coffee between classes or a long night at the library spent discussing our latest research findings. Omar had this uncanny ability to turn even the most mundane activities into adventures. He challenged me intellectually, encouraged me to think critically, and celebrated my achievements with a genuine pride that warmed my heart. As our bond grew, so did my feelings for Omar. It wasn't just admiration or affection. It was something deeper, something that resonated with the very core of my being. He was like a melody that I didn't know the words to yet, but I wanted to sing along. The day we admitted our feelings for each other was a whirlwind of emotion. It was a moment of vulnerability, of laying our hearts bare and discovering that they beat in unison. I remember the look in Omar's eyes, a mix of hope and uncertainty, as he took my hands in his. The world seemed to stand still as he spoke words that mirrored my own thoughts. It was during this period of transition that I found myself at a crossroads. The decision to leave Ryan had been one of the most challenging choices of my life. It was not just the end of a relationship, but the closing of a significant chapter of my identity. I had grown and changed with Ryan, and leaving him meant redefining who I was outside of us. It was time to have a serious discussion with Ryan. Ryan, we need to talk. There's something important I've been thinking about for a while now.
Sure, what's up? You've been kind of distant lately.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about us. I've realized that we've both changed since we first knew each other. We're not the same people we were, and I feel like our interests, life goals are different now.
I've noticed you've been different, but I thought it was just stress from studying or something. Are you saying you want to break up?
It's not just about wanting to break up. It's about acknowledging that we're not right for each other anymore. I care about you, Ryan, but our relationship isn't bringing out the best in either of us now.
I thought we were fine. We've had rough patches, but doesn't every couple? Are you sure this isn't something we can fix?
I've given it a lot of thought. It's not about fixing something broken. It's about realizing that we've grown into different people. Our needs, our goals, they're not aligned anymore. Staying together would mean compromising parts of ourselves, and that's not fair to either of us.
This is hard to hear. I mean, I've always imagined our future together. Are you sure there's no way we can make this work?
I'm really sorry, Ryan. I've valued our time together, and you'll always mean a lot to me. But I believe it's healthier for us both if we move forward separately. It's a tough decision, but it's the right one.
I can't pretend I'm not hurt, but I can't force you to stay in a relationship that you don't feel is right. I just wish things could be different.
I know, and I'm sorry it's come to this. I hope one day you'll see this was for the best for both of us. I wish nothing but the best for you, Ryan. It was tough, but it was the right thing to do. Ryan and I were different now, and I needed to focus on my studies and Omar. Omar was patient and understanding, giving me the space and support I needed to heal and find my footing. He never rushed me or made me feel pressured to put my past behind me. Instead, he was a steady presence, a comforting reminder that I was not alone in my journey. Our relationship evolved naturally, effortlessly. It wasn't a rebound or an escape. It was a choice, a conscious decision to explore the possibility of a future together. With Omar, I felt a partnership, a sense of equality that was both refreshing and empowering. He was everything Ryan wasn't: passionate, attentive, and genuinely interested in me as a person, not just as a partner. We shared interests in music, often spending evenings sharing our favorite songs, sometimes playing along on our guitars. Our similar tastes in music were just one of the many threads that intertwined our lives. But it wasn't just our shared interests that drew me to Omar. It was his kindness, his strength of character, and the way he made me feel valued and loved. He had a way of lifting me up, making me believe in myself in a way I never had before. As I lay next to him one night, his steady breathing a comforting rhythm in the quiet room, I couldn't help but marvel at how much my life had changed. I had stepped out of the shadows of a love that no longer served me, and into the light of a love that felt like it was meant to be. Omar had shown me time and again that he was different, that what we had was special. He listened to my fears, held me when I cried over the remnants of my past, and celebrated with me as I took steps towards my future. Our relationship was not without its challenges, though. We had our disagreements, moments of misunderstanding that tested our resolve. But what set these moments apart was how we handled them. With Omar, I felt safe to express my thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or retribution. We learned to communicate openly, to navigate our differences with respect and empathy. As I look at myself, I realize that choosing Omar was not just about finding a new love. It was about choosing myself, choosing to be in a relationship that honored who I was and who I wanted to be. It was about learning to love again, not just another person, but also myself. With Omar, I felt a sense of belonging, a sense of coming home to a place I didn't know I had been missing or even searching for. And as I took his hand, stepping forward into the unknown, I knew that no matter where this path led, I was exactly where I needed to be. The months following my decision to be with Omar were a whirlwind of growth, achievement, and love. As we delved deeper into our studies, we found in each other an unwavering support system. Our relationship was not just built on romance, it was fortified by mutual respect and shared ambitions. Together, we navigated the challenges of our PhD programs, cheering each other on through every hurdle and celebrating each success. Omar was a constant source of encouragement, his belief in me unwavering even when I doubted myself. His presence made the daunting process of academic struggle feel less intimidating. We were partners in every sense of the word, our lives intertwining seamlessly as we worked towards our individual goals, yet always together. Upon completing our PhDs, life seemed to propel us forward with a new sense of purpose and direction. Omar received an impressive job offer that was a testament to his hard work and dedication. Around the same time, I was thrilled to be offered a position at the university, a role that felt like a perfect fit for my passion and expertise. Then came the moment that would mark a new chapter in our lives. On a quiet, ordinary evening, Omar proposed.
Would you marry me?
It was simple, heartfelt, and profoundly moving question. There was no hesitation in my yes. The decision to marry Omar felt as natural as breathing, an affirmation of the love and life we had built together. Our wedding was a celebration of our journey, surrounded by family and friends who had witnessed and supported our growth as individuals and as a couple. The joy and love in the air were palpable, a reflection of the bond we shared. Fast forward 5 years, and our life together continued to be a beautiful adventure. We were blessed with 2 wonderful children, each a delightful blend of us both. Parenthood added a new dimension to our relationship, one filled with challenges but also immeasurable joy and fulfillment. As I reflect on our life together, I often find myself marveling at how far we've come. Omar and I still have our moments of disagreement, as any couple does, but they are outweighed by moments of profound love and understanding. Our shared experiences, both challenges and triumphs, have only strengthened our bond. In the quiet moments when I watch our children play or see Omar lost in thought, I sometimes have a conversation with myself, a reflection on the choices I've made. I think about the young woman I was, filled with uncertainty and fear, and how different my life might have been had I not had the courage to follow my heart. I realize now, more than ever, that choosing to be with Omar was not just a choice of the heart, but a choice of a life fully lived. He has been my partner, my confidant, and my best friend. Together, we have built a life that is rich in love, laughter, and shared dreams. Our journey is a testament to the power of love, resilience, and partnership. As I look ahead to the future, I am filled with gratitude and excitement for all the adventures yet to come. With Omar by my side, I feel ready to face whatever life has in store, knowing that together we can overcome any challenge and cherish every joy.